Hi Astrals, let's talk about the Newjeans versus Ador hearing that happened on March 7th. I am neither a bunny nor a hype stan. This is just my opinion. Some information may be incorrect. As you may know, Newjeans have made mistreatment claims and decided to leave Ador. Ador filed an injunction lawsuit after Newjeans did multiple things on their own. This lawsuit took place on March 7th, and let's look into what happened. 1. Newjeans claims. The Newjeans members highlighted a breakdown in trust with Ador, citing over 13 reasons, detailed in 93 PowerPoint slides. Each member also shared their concerns. Danielle expressed worry for Min Hee-jin, feeling heartbroken over negative press and stressed during comeback preparations due to her inability to contact Min Hee-jin. Heron felt frustrated by Ador's inaction against Hybe and other labels, undermining Newjeans' achievements, and doubted Ador's promises about new producers. Hyun became emotional about her bond with Min Hee-jin, feeling that without her, they couldn't create authentic work, and criticized Ador's management for dismissing their opinions. Hani questioned Ador's trustworthiness after it criticized staff members and suggested that Hybe and Ador were fearful of Newjeans' potential, as seen in their lawsuits and injunction against Min Hee-jin. Minji expressed disappointment over her extended trainee period and criticized Hybe's treatment, questioning Ador's reassurances and asking the court to understand their feelings. Before the hearing ended, Danielle tearfully concluded that returning to Ador would offer no protection, and she didn't want to endure another 5 years under such circumstances. Here's my opinion. I find Danielle's claim that Min Hee-jin is the sixth member of Newjeans troubling, as it reflects manipulation that created an unhealthy attachment. It's the equivalent of Ellie Seraphim members claiming Bang Si-hyuk as an unofficial member just because he was involved in the group. Regarding Heron, I'm confused by her statement about other labels undermining Newjeans' achievements, as I see no clear evidence of this. Which incident is she referring to? Hines claimed that they can't create authentic work without MHJ also seems misplaced, given that the concept MHJ presented was not new or original. To me, this raises questions about Hines' understanding of Ador's comeback plans. Hani's point about Hybe fearing Newjeans' potential doesn't add up, as I wonder why Hybe would debut the group and audit Min Hee-jin if they were truly scared of them. Minji's statement about her debut falling apart due to delays also seems exaggerated, especially considering how well their pre-debut and debut songs performed. Finally, Minji's appeal to the court based on feelings is weird because I'm pretty sure the court should make decisions based on evidence, not emotions. Overall, I feel that the members' statements show how much they've been influenced and manipulated by Min Hee-jin. 2. Newjeans' lawyers' claims. Representatives of Newjeans presented their case, accusing Hybe of discriminatory treatment and mishandling the group's career. They outlined several issues between 2023 and 2024, including biased media coverage, conflicts with the video production team, and the plagiarism controversy involving Elite. Their side claimed that no other artists under Hybe faced similar treatment. Key points included discrimination before debut. Newjeans claimed they were promised to be Hybe's first girl group, but their debut was delayed, and Ellie Seraphim debuted first. Branding and ambassador issues. Hyun was selected as an ambassador for a luxury brand individually, but Ellie Seraphim was chosen shortly after. Upon checking, the brand explained that Hybe had requested their partnership first and assumed Newjeans had approved it. The brand later apologized for the misunderstanding. Plagiarism accusation. Newjeans accused Hybe of attempting to replace them with Elite, claiming Elite's creative branding, styling, and choreography were copied from Newjeans. They also presented evidence of how fans first noticed the similarities, such as presenting traditional Korean hanbok photos of both groups. Mistreatment of Min Hee-jin. When Min Hee-jin raised concerns about the plagiarism, she was subjected to an audit and lawsuit instead of receiving support. Lack of protection for Hani. Newjeans criticized Ador for not protecting Hani after Belift Labs manager made dismissive remarks about her, accusing CEO Kim Joo-young of neglecting her responsibility to safeguard the artists. Newjeans' side emphasized that their treatment by Hybe, including the handling of their debut and various controversies, was unique among all Hybe artists. Here's my opinion. I don't think a delayed debut really qualifies as mistreatment, considering many trainees never get the chance to debut at all. Despite not being Hybe's first girl group, Newjeans was still highly regarded and even compared to Blackpink and BTS. Regarding the brand management issue, I don't see anything wrong with Ellie Seraphim being chosen for the same brands as Hyun, as she wasn't replaced. Besides, hybe didn't need to inform Newjeans or Ador about this. On the plagiarism accusations, they practically admitted the fans were the ones to see this. Do they not know fandoms can exaggerate such claims? And what's validity of the evidence of comparing traditional Korean attire worn by girls of similar ages? How exactly is that copying? Concerning Min Hee-jin's audit, I feel hybe was justified, as they suspected wrongdoing and later won the case, requiring her to pay billions of won. Lastly, I think Hani's claims of being ignored were not neglected, as Ador couldn't take action without certainty about what happened and the possibility that Hani misread the situation due to her language barrier. I also don't consider reviewing CCTV footage as neglectful either. 3. Ador's claims. Ador's side argued that Newjeans' success was due not only to the members' talent but also the dedication of around 50 employees and an investment of 21 billion Korean won's $15 million USD from hybe labels. Ador contributed 10 billion Korean wons to the group's debut promotions and marketing, including the launch of a fan platform. They also highlighted Newjeans' connections with hybe, such as appearing in BTS's music video and being referred to as BTS's younger sibling group per J's request. Ador rejected Newjeans' claims, stating that they had fulfilled their obligations by providing opportunities and settling profits, with each member receiving 5 billion Korean won's $375 million. They argued that Newjeans' termination request was based on speculation and not valid reasons, like unfair treatment or unfulfilled payments. CEO Kim Joo-young emotionally expressed her desire to continue working with Newjeans, stating that she has always had the group's best interests in mind. However, some members of Newjeans appeared indifferent or even amused by her emotional plea. Here's my opinion. I agree with Ador's stance. It emphasizes the importance of evidence and logic in the case. However, I found it disrespectful that Newjeans seemed amused while CEO Kim Joo-young was tearful. I'm pretty sure the CEO didn't seem amused when Newjeans talked during the trial, so why weren't the girls returning the courtesy? 4. Ador's evidence. Ador presented CCTV footage from the hybe building as new evidence to refute Hani's claims. The footage showed 3 elite members bowing 90 degrees to Hani and Danielle in the hallway. Ador also revealed talk messages from Hani, where she described the incident to JG, explaining that the elite members ignored her after the manager instructed them to do so. Hani found the situation baffling but was not offended, acknowledging the rivalry between the groups. Ador stated that Hani admitted they all greeted her, making the claim exaggerated. After the hearing, Hani made 2 Instagram posts. In the first, she expressed frustration about how part of a conversation was taken out of context to support a particular perspective, questioning how the company could present itself as wanting the best for the group while distorting her words. In the second post, she mentioned holding back her thoughts to avoid escalating the situation, but warned that if the company continued making false assumptions about them, she would no longer stay silent. Here's my opinion. I don't know what to feel. If Elite was respectful to Hani, it suggests that her claims of mistreatment, which were taken seriously, might have been exaggerated, and the hate Elite received was undeserved. While the CCTV footage lacks audio and doesn't confirm the manager's actions, the Elite members still bowed, showing some level of respect to Hani and Danielle. I'm also questioning Hani's claims that her words were twisted if they were. Why wasn't this brought up during the hearing? Instead, she posted her frustration on Instagram, instead of addressing it in court. I also find her statement about not wanting to escalate the situation contradictory, given that she attended both the National Assembly and the court hearing. Is that not too much of an escalation? 5. Jeju Air ribbon issue. The Jeju Air tragedy was a flight crash where 179 people died. South Korea went into mourning for all victims in this unfortunate situation. Newjeans' legal team claimed hybe initially blocked their plan to wear mourning ribbons for the Jeju Air disaster, citing concerns about Japanese broadcasters. However, after confirming no objections, Hani made her own ribbon and wore it on stage. Ador later denied hybe obstructed the tribute, explaining that hybe reviewed the decision for all its artists and coordinated with broadcasters. They stated that Newjeans chose to wear their own ribbons, which was respected. Here's my opinion. I believe the Jeju Air disaster should never have been mentioned in the lawsuit, as it feels like a move to stir public outrage. Ador's statement that Newjeans chose to wear their own ribbons contradicts the idea that they were prevented from doing so. Additionally, since Newjeans had already claimed independence from Ador at the time of the award show, their actions seem inconsistent. Were they truly separate from Ador or not? While they committed to fulfilling pre-planned schedules, I feel they should have taken more control over their decisions if they were serious about leaving. 6. Statements for Ellie Seraphim. Ellie Seraphim's company Source Music hits back at the favoritism claims after the court hearing. Source Music denied favoritism claims, stating Ellie Seraphim's brand deal was independent and started with Sakura in April 2022. They refuted allegations about Newjeans' debut timeline, emphasizing their support and accusing Newjeans of spreading false information. They also condemned bringing up artists' real names without verification, warning of legal action against misinformation. Ador's legal team also refuted Newjeans' claim that Source Music used Newjeans' connections for a brand deal, stating the contract formed naturally after the artist attended a fashion show. They also argued that if Source Music required consent, then Ador should have sought approval from Big Hit Music, as BTS and J-Hope had already worked with the brand before Hybe. Here's my opinion. I think Source Music should have responded earlier, but it's better late than never. I also agree with Ador's point about BTS. If Source Music needed Ador's approval, then Ador should have sought Big Hit Music's approval too. That's it for today. The confirmed updates for this lawsuit is that the court asked Newjeans to submit more evidence by March 14, 2025. The injunction ruling is pending, with a contract validity hearing set for April 3, 2025. If you want to watch other videos about Newjeans, check out the one in my description. What did you think? Opinions are welcome. Hate isn't. Thank you for watching.